I have been playing Sharpshooter ever since Lost Ark has come out into the western regions, and in this video I will show you how to build your very own Sharpshooter, and even prepared for Kakul Saydon. If this video does not answer your Sharpshooter questions, put your questions in the comments below and I will gladly answer them. Let's get into it. I will start with the skill choices because it doesn't matter what kind of build you go, you will always use the exact same skills with very slight variations. So go to my skills, your synergy skills will be either Rapid Shot or Atomic Arrow. I personally like Atomic Arrow because it just provides more in my opinion. I love having the stagger and destruction, meanwhile Rapid Shot doesn't provide any of that, so I just think Atomic Arrow is superior. But there are people who use Rapid Shot, so if you like Rapid Shot, just keep using it. You're also using Arrow Wave, it's one of your highest DPS skills, so make sure to be using that. Moving Slash, you can use Silver Master if you're more into the Death Strike build. Otherwise, just put up extra mobility and then use the extra points in any other skill. For Bladestorm, I use Silver Master, Lightning Blade, Blade Dance. You can also use Shadow Dance, but for Blade Dance. Charge Shot, use Quick Prep, Double Shot, Steady Aim or Fast Fire, whichever you prefer. Steady Aim does more damage, but it requires more charging. With Fast Fire you can just shoot immediately and it's a quicker burst. I use Sharpshooter, Vital Point Hit, Weak Point Detection and Focus Shot. This is also one of your bigger damage dealing skills. Deadly Slash, it's mostly just a counter, but also some identity meter filling. But it's mostly used just for countering. And then you have your Snipe, which is your highest damage dealing skill. Quick Prep, Weak Point Detection, Easy Prey, and you're done. That's pretty much the skills. I'm just gonna pop this Golden Eye. Result test between the two awakenings. Golden Eye seems to do more damage slightly. So for the runes, I recommend popping Focus Rune on Arrow Wave, Charge Shot, and Sharpshooter. And pop a Gale Wind on Snipe. Otherwise, if you don't want to do the Focus Runes, you can also do Conviction Judgment and pop Conviction on Atomic Arrow and then a Judgment on something like Moving Slash or Deadly Slash would also work. Just use one of those and that would work. I personally just like using Focus Runes. The reason why you want to do this is because you have mana issues, and the only way you can solve that is by popping runes like Conviction Judgment or Focus Runes. Or you would have to go to your sets and use the Nightmare Flower set, which is helping you with your mana, but at the same time you can get a lot more damage if you're using the Allocation set, which is the set I'm using right now. It does more damage, but you have to compensate for the mana using runes. And that's pretty much it for your skill choice and the rune choices. So let's move on. So for the build that I'm using, which is a Crit, Loyal Companion, these are my engravings: Grudge, Keen Blunt, Crystal, Loyal Companion, and Hitmaster. If I would put the engravings in the ranks of importancy, Keen Blunt would be number 1 because of how much crit you go on this specific build. Death Strike builds would also go a lot of crit, so that's what you would be doing. Hitmaster is also really important. All of your damaging skills are not directional, so Hitmaster is going to be in full effect. And then obviously your class engraving. So that would be the 3 most important engravings. Everything else is extra. So for my 4th engraving, I would go Grudge. And then for my 5th engraving, I would go Cursed Doll. The only variation you can do here, well, the one that I would think would be the best, is if your stats are going more towards swiftness, then I would obviously look at my movement speed, which is, I believe, at the bottom. Right? Yeah, movement speed 108. You get an extra 8 from your bird, so it'll be 116. If you have 140 movement speed from your stats being on swiftness, plus your bird, plus the support, I would pop Raid Captain instead of Cursed Doll, because Raid Captain has insane value when you have a movement speed, and then you can switch out Cursed Doll for that, since Raid Captain, when you have 140 movement speed, is even better than Hitmaster. So those are the things that they could be doing, and that's pretty much it. This is my Loyal Companion build for crit. It's really good for bursting, and I personally just love it. For your gem allocation, I would go damage gem on the Bladestorm. You can also replace, I forgot to mention, but you can replace Bladestorm with Arrow Shower if you want to. But Bladestorm still does more damage, but Arrow Shower is easier to land, so If you're struggling with hitting Bladestorm, you can change Bladestorm to Arrow Shower. Otherwise, I would just keep Bladestorm, pop a damage gem on it, and you're done. You want cooldown and damage on your Silverhawk skill, cooldown damage on Snipe, cooldown damage on Sharpshooter, cooldown damage on Charge Shot, and cooldown damage on Arrow Wave. These are the best gems. These are basically the standard gems that everyone would be using. There's not really much room for changing that. Except if you want to change Bladestorm to Arrow Shower. That's about it. And that is pretty much it. There's not really much room for switching things out for Sharpshooter. You can change a few skills, like you can change 2 skills in Sharpshooter's hotbar, and you can also switch 1 or 2 engravings in the engravings. There's no room for changing unless you want to change your stats and engravings. That's about it. Your skills will always be the same. But that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed and this has helped you, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll hope to see you guys next time. Peace!